Hey Chris, so one of your viewers sent in a question. I guess they're talking about getting a new HVAC system for their house, and they asked, what is SEER, or S-E-E-R?
So the definition of SEER is going to be Seasonal Energy Efficiency Rating. You're going to see things such as 4.2 all the way up to like 20, 23, 22 SEER rating. Easiest way to explain this is going to be like the miles per gallon in your car. The higher that number, the more efficient the AC is going to run. It's still going to put out the same cold air, but it's just going to do it in a more efficient way of doing it.
So does it cost more to get a higher number SEER?
Right, yes, because there's more technology in it, so that piece of equipment is going to cost more. Installation is going to be roughly the same, but the piece of equipment is going to cost more from the manufacturer.
Will it save me anything on energy bills?
Yes, it will reduce your utility bill being at a higher efficiency.
Now, will a higher number on the SEER be any more efficient on repairs?
No, so just like with any other thing that we make, more technology means that there's going to be more things that can break. That is a downside to having a higher efficiency.
So in your opinion, is it worth getting the highest number SEER I can get?
Easiest way to answer that is yes, because in my own house I have a variable speed 17 SEER system.
So you went for a high SEER because you think it saves you enough money.
Right.
And that saves me money on the electric bill then?
Correct.
Okay, thanks Chris.
Absolutely.
So we're going through some questions that your viewers have sent in. By the way, if you have a question, go ahead and comment it down below, and Chris is going to try and address those in one of the future videos. So this question came in. There's things called multi-stage or single speed, stuff like that. I've seen this question a couple ways, and I think it's all referring to the same thing, even though speed and stage seem like they should be different items, but I think you said they were kind of the same thing?
So in, for what we're doing, they're going to be interchangeable. You've got three options. You've got single speed, two-stage, variable speed. What system you're probably going to be most familiar with is going to be a single stage system. What that means is whenever the AC comes on and runs at 100% capacity, no matter how much it needs to cool your house. If you have a 5-ton system and you need to cool your house by 1 degree on a 70-degree day, you're going to get 5 tons worth of cooling out of that. As opposed to two-stage, you have two speeds or two stages. One stage is going to be roughly 70%, depending on the brand, and then the rest of the 100% is going to be on two-stage. So in that same scenario, you want to cool it by 1 degree on a 70-degree day, you have a 5-ton, well, it's going to come on and use 70% capacity to achieve that, and if it can't, then it's going to ramp up to the 100%. And then variable speed means it's got multiple stages. The easiest way to explain this one's going to be if you're going to drive across town in your car, you can go anywhere from 0 to 100 miles an hour depending on the situation that you're in. Well, variable speed's the same way. It can have just very low one ton worth of cooling, or you can go all the way up to 5 tons or 4 tons, whatever that system's rated for, of cooling depending on the situation that's needed.
So looking at AC options for my house, which one's the better option?
Variable speed.
Why?
Well, so two reasons why is, so on that example we gave, that 70-degree day, you need to cool it by 1 degree, you don't need all 5 tons. You only need 1 or 2 tons of air, so it's the only thing that you're going to use when you're not paying for all that work for a 5-ton. But also, the system's going to run longer. Sounds counterintuitive, I know. Run longer, save utility. But what it's going to do, it's going to pull more humidity out of your air, meaning it's going to make you more comfortable. So now instead of wanting it at 70, you're going to want it at 73 and still feel the same level of comfort. So now it's not going to run as much to get down to 70.
So the stages, you said single speed, multi-stage, or variable are 3 options, and variable will save me money on the electric bill versus the other 2.
Absolutely, save you money on the electric bill and increase your comfort dramatically.
So today we're going over some questions that your viewers have sent in, and one that's popped up a couple times lately is, I'm guessing these people were getting new AC systems or quoting on them, and they asked, what does the furnace efficiency mean?
All right, okay. So you're gonna have things like 80%, then you're gonna have 90 all the way up to 98% furnace. Easiest way for me to explain this to a homeowner is gonna be, for every dollar you put into that furnace to heat your house, you're gonna get 80 cents out if it's an 80% 90 cents worth of heat out if it's a 90% and so forth. So higher that number, the more efficient you're going to have to heat your house. Not the hotter air, it's all going to put up the same temperature of air. It's just going to require less work to heat the house than it would be on a lower efficient system.
So I guess this answer is going to be obvious, but does a higher efficiency system cost more money?
Yeah, so there's going to be more technology involved in that, so the manufacturer is going to charge more for that system. So yes, to get a higher efficient system installed, it's going to cost you more up front, but it will lower those utility bills and provide a savings throughout the life of that system.
So in your opinion, over the lifespan of the system, is it cheaper to buy a higher efficiency or cheaper to go with a lower efficiency and pay more electric?
So that's a tricky question, not black and white, because it all depends on your situation and how cold versus how hot you keep your house. Some people, 80% furnace is just fine. For other people, they need that 90 to 98%, and they're going to see that savings. So it all depends on your lifestyle.
Is this something that, say today, I don't have a lot of cash in the bank, so I go for the cheaper option, but can I switch it out in the future?
Absolutely. So you can definitely change your furnace independently from your AC. So if you want to do an 80% furnace today, 5-10 years from now, you want to upgrade it to a higher efficiency, we can absolutely get that done for you.
And is that really expensive to do at that point, or is it somewhat affordable?
It's not an option I would recommend. The reason why is it's going to create, that company's going to have 2 truck rolls, 2 labor costs, and it's just going to drive up the overall amount of money you're going to spend on that system. I'd recommend doing it all at once so you can save that labor, save those truck rolls, and just get it done at first. And if you need help with paying for it, we offer things such as financing through third-party vendors.
All right, thank you, Chris.
Yeah.